Welcome to the Kev and Pickle Show. As we always do, let us introduce ourselves.
Bit of a different pickle this week, so I'm going to go, could I be any more excited to be on this show today? Yes, I am Chandler from Friends. No, I am actually Kev.
And I, of course, am Pickle Joey. No, I always wanted to be the Chandler, I suppose. You know what I mean? And I don't have the hair for a Ross, so I don't like. Okay. Right. So, Kev, what's the crack, mate? We are on to episode number 36. Yes.
36.
36. So I'm very quickly going to give everybody a little bit of history from 1936.
No.
Kev, I think you might like this one, okay? It's very short, right? And somebody might give out about this. Maybe, like a history teacher or something, right? On the 9th of February in 1936, Brian de Valera, the third son, I want to say third, when I get the H in there, third son of Eamon de Valera, died in a riding accident, age 21. There's no other details. I don't know what description that is of a riding accident, but that had to be mentioned because it's a riding accident. And then for the quiz people, we have a birthday. We always have a birthday, Kev, because everybody was born. Somebody was
born in 1936.
I'm going to give you a hint. He died in a plane.
JFK. No, Bobby Kennedy.
No, he's not a president. No, he's a musician who died in a plane, like all musicians.
I don't know.
And it's not La Mamba. Bala, 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 bamba. Love that song.
Is he dead? Did he die in a plane?
Richie Valens died on the plane with this guy, unless my mind is completely gone. Buddy Holly.
The fella with the glasses.
Yes, he was on the plane with Richie. I want to call him Richie Valens. Right, great film, unbelievable film. He had a song called.
What film? Richie Valens, the movie, is it?
Yeah, something like that. But it's probably called something like, you know what I mean. Okay, so it is like, okay.
Do you know what's a great movie I was watching the other day, Pickle?
What?
Footloose.
Kevin
Bacon.
Yeah, I was about to say Kevin Spacey. Definitely not Kevin Spacey.
Big fan of Kevin Bacon. What was the other one? The other cult hit Kevin Bacon's in. Can you remember? Do you know the name of it?
The EE ads? No.
No. Tremors.
He wasn't in that, was he?
Kevin Bacon was the main character in Tremors.
He was young though. He would have been
young,
yeah.
When he was young, he was older than he was in Footloose.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It was him and his mate that were around killing the Tremors.
No way. And well, come here. You know what I watched the other day? I love how this is our podcast. Kev, you have no background. I'm only have to notice that you have no background.
Shit.
I love how we just randomly talk about different things, right? Did you ever see Zero Dark 30? I think that's what it's called.
No.
I watched it the other day. It's about the Osama bin Laden when they caught him and killed him and all that kind of stuff. Very long film, I have to say. Very, very long film. But if any of it's real, decent film. Like, so
do you think they actually got him?
No, probably not. No, I'd say they got somebody with a beard.
I don't think they got him.
Yeah, like how many guys living over there in Pakistan today had a beard? I'm going to guess more than one. You know what I mean?
I'd say 70% of them.
And also, they shot him in the face. Like,
yeah, and then they didn't show him.
Like, if you're going to try and see somebody, don't shoot him in the face. Like, shoot him anywhere else, not the face. Kev, I'm lost. We talked history. We're after talking. How was you? No, come here. It's Thursday, as it always is. So I'm going to tell you something awesome that happened last night for me. But before I do that, how was your week, my man?
Good. I have a wee joke for you, Pickle. A wee joke for you. What do you...
Oh, here we go.
What do you call a dinosaur that uses cheap toilet roll?
I know the word Rex is going to be in there somewhere. Right, okay, go on.
Megasaurus. A Megasaurus. Hey,
man.
Boom. I'm telling you, I'm on fire tonight, boy. I am on tours tonight. I am on fire tonight.
You're on fire for tours to see, okay. But yeah, how was your week? How did you get up there?
I don't think I did. No? I can't see. When it comes to this, I didn't. You kind of go, what did I do this? What did I do during the week? Very little, I don't think. I came out to see you at one stage, didn't I?
Oh, we went to SOSAD. Oh, you basically give that a shout. We dipped into SOSAD to return.
We went to SOSAD to leave in our last checks and cash that we collected.
Yeah, and we're going back for a photo.
I just remembered that something's in my wallet. Just now, when I think about it, the receipt for one of our
Oh yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah.
No, not
just
tomorrow. When are you going into town? Saturday.
tomorrow, Saturday.
Oh, Saturday you're going into town. Right. Do that then. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Apart from that, so we didn't really go up to much then. No, any gar? No.
No gas. We got gas Saturday and I've got gas Monday. I'm doing a bit of a help out for a friend of mine. Also, big shout out for him. There's a big walk coming up. It's called Up the Hill for Jack and Jill. It's coming up. Let me just make sure I have the date correct here, Pickle.
Yeah. Okay, Kev.
Yeah, Up the Hill for Jack and Jill, and it is on the 9th of October. So, guys, if he's around, tune into that. And it's for a very good cause there for a friend of mine there, Peter Sage. So we probably might try to get Peter on the show at some stage, maybe next week, to let him talk about the walk that they're doing.
Absolutely. Great
for Jack and Jill.
Definitely, Kev. Definitely, Kev. Kev, before I talk about anything at all, I have to give a shout out to a man. I have to give a shout out to the man by the name of Cabbage, right? Cabbage is a firefighter in Dundalk, right? He's also a hard bastard, right? He used to batter me. He was a centre half back in the day when I used to be a striker, okay? And he'd kick fucking lumps out of me down in the Lough and everywhere else, right? But at Emma's football last Sunday, down in the Sean O'Mahony's, don't hold it against me, okay? Cabbage is always there because he's the child something officer. You would know what this is because you're a guy man. I don't know the title, right? He was telling people who were standing in front of him about the podcast. You have to listen to them. You have to listen to the two guys. They're two of them are just they're local lads, but they're funny fuckers. They'll talk about anything under the sun. You just listen to them. Every word is a fucking swear word, so it is. He goes, you'll fucking love it. And I was like, thanks, Cabbage. I'll give you a shout. So yeah, Cabbage. Thanks for that, man.
Do you know what happened to me today, Pickle?
What?
I was walking around and went to bed last night and went to usually play with my nipple, okay, and figured out one of the balls of me piercing.
Right, okay, right.
One of my balls of me piercing disappeared, so it's fallen out. So I had to go into town this evening and pick up a new one.
Wow, was that this evening?
Yeah.
Okay. And so what? Did he just say, right, put your top off, and he just twisted it on?
No, he came out. I goes, come here, mate. I lost one of my balls, and he was like, no bother, and give me a new ball and bar.
It's like being 8 again, Kev, or whatever age that was, which we will
get into. Pickle. It's this time of the week.
Yo, good man. Here we go. There we go. The tablet that makes everything seem like everything is just
about all right.
Just about all right. Well, look at my week, Kev. Few things, right? £2 on and slimmer world, fair enough.
For fuck's sake, Pickle.
And I didn't even have a kebab. I'm raging, right?
But it's catching up with you from the week before, you see.
And the week before, and the week before. But as soon as you see that, the first thing you want to do is go get a kebab, right? So yeah, £2 on anyway. Back to counselling this week for the first time in 4 weeks. Spoke for like 45 minutes about football because that was on Wednesday. And on Wednesday night, Kev, my Ramsels went back to what is basically our favourite pitch now, Clancy Park, right? Because we've won down there that often. Down the Key to play against a very strong team called Border Legion, who are top of the league in our division. And I think they're only 2 games away from winning or something like that. So close enough. Haven't lost a game all season, so they haven't as well. So, you know what I mean? Like most people would probably think we'd get hammered 7 or 8-0, maybe. You know what I mean? But yeah, we won 2-1, Kev.
Most people, Pickle.
Most people. But we won 2-1, Kev. The lads were heroes. Big shout out to all my Ramsels. We have the final this Saturday week on the 2nd of October against Rock Celtic, another powerhouse of local football that we're going to try and obviously hopefully overcome. Yeah. Well, fingers crossed. And so look, then we might have a couple of pints afterwards. Who knows? So it is. But yeah, apart from that, like the week was quiet. Like you said, we went into so sad. We dropped off some cash. We dropped off the sign. We're going to go back to get a photo done with a big fake check.
Monday. That means Pickle, we're going to be in the August again. That means we'll be definitely in the August again.
Hey, you never know. Maybe the Democrat might show some fucking interest. So they might. You never know.
Big shout out to the Democrat.
Hey, big fans. Always have been. But no, apart from that, nothing. All's good. You know what I mean? Quiet week.
Well, we used to be big fans of the Democrat, Pickle, when we knew somebody involved in the Democrat.
Yeah, big
Not so
fan
much.
then. Big fan, yeah.
Yeah.
It was handy to get stuff in it, like deaths and all that kind of stuff. So it was. But yeah, things get left out now. It's okay. You know what I mean? But no, thanks very much to the August for sticking us up last week. That last week? Yeah, really, it was last week,
Yeah,
Evan. Yeah, we
yeah.
talked about that. Yeah, so we did. And also, shout out. It happened. I should have mentioned this last week because it would have made sense with the timing of the show. A big shout out to Stevie J, okay, Johnny Savage,
Yes.
Tommy Hot Tub
Hub Tubs higher, yeah.
Yeah, okay. James McGrath, you know what I mean? There's like 70 of them, right? They did the
I know
four
a
piece
fella.
challenge.
I seen a picture
Yeah.
the other day of a fella that I know, David Mulholland, from Knockbridge. He was on it as well.
Brilliant. So you as well, right? All of them. 4 piece challenge they did, all for raising money for that. As Kev was shouting during the running of a relay event, 1-2 Super you know what I mean? It's all about this program that they're doing into kids about emotional wellness and all this kind of stuff.
Secondary
They
schools,
were brilliant. Yeah, they were brilliant. So they were fair play to them, absolutely wonderful and well done to the lads. Yeah, obviously GoFundMe and all that kind of stuff they have set up on it. Go check it out on Facebook. It's unbelievable. But yeah, Kev, shall we do a would you rather?
Yeah, we better start the show, Pickle. We're 10
Yeah,
minutes in and we haven't done anything to do with the show.
No, we talked about films though. If anybody's interested in films. So Kev, here is my would you rather question that came to my mind last week when you were on about jizz coming from a nipple or something like that, right? Yeah, you were on about would I rather have 3 nipples or 1 nipple or something like that, right?
Oh yes.
So would you rather suck no, wait, no, I'm not using that word. No. Would you rather drink that word? Would you rather drink milk directly from a cow? Okay. So directly from, what do you call it? An udder? No?
A teat.
Whatever you call it. Yeah. So directly from that, right? So lips, you know, right around it, okay?
So like you're giving a cow a blowjob kind of thing?
Kinda, yeah. Or let a tarantula sit on your face for 6 hours.
6 hours is a long time, Pickle. Like you
I
might have to
had
piss
24
or
hours
something.
wrote down. Yeah, that's why I just thought 6.
But how are you going to eat and drink?
You're like, it's like you're in a box, Kev. It's like, I'm a celebrity. Get me out of Cooley, okay? You're lying there with a tarantula on your face for 6 hours and you can't move. He can move, but you cannot move.
I like milk. Okay.
Even if it's direct.
There's the name of the episode. I like milk. Okay. Write it down quickly.
We can, because I think we already had a milk episode or something. Milk is milk or something, yeah.
Milk is milk. Well, I like milk. And milk is milk, Pickle.
Yeah.
Part deux. But you know, like, but no, I couldn't put my mouth around a teat. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's quite a big teat.
Yeah, give it a good fucking, like, you know what I mean?
You have to give it a good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
you know what I mean?
You'd be gagging, like, see you
nearly deep throating the teeth, like.
I love the way would you rather.
I'll take the tarantula on my face.
Deadly. One thing before we start the show, Kev. Big shout out to our mate from back in the day, Alan, who I met giving blood last Monday. All right. You won't let it happen, but he told me that the name of this episode should be Giving Pints instead of Getting Pints. Okay. Because
I don't get it.
Giving pints of blood instead of getting. So Alan, this is what I'm putting up with, mate.
No, I get it. I get it.
He also said that you need to come up and give blood. And I said, there's no way you'll ever do that.
I can't. I have tattoos. I can't.
No, you can do it 6 months after a tattoo.
And I'm getting another one in December. So
yeah, well, you can donate on the 20th of December with me.
Well,
and then I'll go to the novena with you.
Well, no, well, the next my tattoo is booked in for the 9th of December. The novena will be starting soon enough. It'll be in 4 weeks' time.
It's not on. Avi's told me it's not on. It's not happening because of COVID.
You listen to your wife too much.
That's because I want to. I want to have stuff like this, though. I don't want to go to the novena at 6 o'clock in the morning.
You don't. 6 o'clock in the evening we go.
Oh, okay, sound. Right, Kev, let's talk about the episode. Or let's start the fucking episode. What do you want to talk about first, Kev? Do you want to talk
I think we have to talk. I think we have to talk about how we disagreed on certain things. When we on Monday, Pickle, when we were going around town. Was it Monday? It was, yeah.
Yeah, when you were driving very safely around town.
Driving safely. And my car stopped working after that, Pickle, thanks very much. I had to get someone to jump start my car.
Stopped in the middle as well, Joe.
After I left you, it just wouldn't start. I had to get jump start. But yeah, we disagreed on a number of things, guys. About how we pronounce words.
Yeah.
How other we call things. And like pickle ice cream. Okay,
Yes.
so
It'd
a
be-
block of ice cream. You get a block of ice cream, and you get wafers,
Yes.
and you cut the wafer, you cut the ice cream,
One side. Yeah.
and you put another wafer the other side. And what do you call that pickle?
I couldn't find anybody else this week who calls it this, by the way, right? I call that a slider.
The
Okay.
pickle, it's not a slider, it's a wafer.
No. The wafer is this thing, and the wafer is this thing, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the ice
but
cream in the
there's-
middle, and
Yeah.
then you have to hold it in your hand, and it's called a wafer.
Yeah, but if you no, a wafer is just that bit. If you're just eating that on its own, guess what that's called? That's called a wafer. I give that to Jamie,
Yeah,
who's
is a
11 months
wafer.
old, right?
That's right.
He has
yeah,
a
that's
wafer.
No,
Yes.
I'm not disagreeing with there.
But
That
you're
is
leaving
called a
out the
wafer.
fucking ice cream. You're leaving out the fucking ice cream. You know what I mean? It's like having a jam sandwich and calling it bread. It's not called bread. It's called a jam sandwich, right?
So a slider. So you're eating a flip flop.
That's another problem I have, right? Why the fuck is a flip flop now called a slider?
No, a flip flop is called a flip flop. Okay,
Yes.
so no, yeah, a slider is called a slider because a
But
flip flop. Do that little bit in between your toe.
I'm wearing it right. Oh, right. Okay, right. I
Yeah.
don't have the thing between my toes, though.
So, well, if you don't have a thing between your toe, you're wearing a slider.
Is that
because
because you slide your foot into it?
You slide your foot into it.
Just
A
like
flip-
the ice cream in between the two wafers, Kev.
You don't slide ice cream in between two
I
wafers.
rest my case.
And a flip flop is the thing in the middle because it goes flip flop, flip flop, flip flop when you're walking, or otherwise known as a tongue in Australia.
Yeah, I was going to say it's like your cock when you're walking with shorts on. Right, okay.
No,
I don't know,
do
Kev.
Ding dong, ding
Yeah,
dong, ding dong.
I don't know, Kev. And we can't even put this in like a poll because how do you word the fucking question? Like,
Well,
you
we
know
can
what I
put
mean?
up a picture of a wafer.
With ice cream in it. And go,
With
what do
ice cream
you
in the
call
middle.
this?
What is this called? A slider or a wafer?
Good thinking, yeah. So that was the only disagreement we had about ice cream.
Yeah,
But-
only disagreement we had about ice cream.
Kind of escalated a little bit then, Kev. It got a little bit
Yeah.
out of hand. So, Kev, what do you call a scone?
No, it's not called a scone.
What isn't?
So that fruity kind of
Oh,
beautiful.
No, don't say fruity.
Oh
Call
no!
it
Fuck
wheat-
off!
Call
We
it
don't
wheat
start
and,
this.
no, wheat and scones. Fruit scones are for the devil. Nobody
No.
should eat fruit. Sultanas are for nothing.
Sultanas and raisins.
I'm literally waking up the children right now. I'm getting
It-
very
it-
loud
it-
here, right?
So, but it's called a scone.
It's clearly not. Like it's a scone.
But- Okay, it's a scone.
Okay, then I'm gonna roll.
But
with,
I'm gonna give you an example. What? Okay, so we'll go back to ice cream pickle. Okay,
Ah,
so
I know what you're gonna do.
you have
Right.
an ice cream and you have a cone,
Yeah, I had
okay.
one of them today, Kev.
and it's
Oh,
called a cone. So
yeah.
the thing you put ice cream into,
There's a
what's
cone.
that called, pickle?
A cone.
Okay, and what's it called when you put two? What's the piece that's where we just talked about a wafer? So it's the same thing, pickle, right? But a cone is called a cone, right? CONE.
Yes.
Okay, put an S in the start of it.
Scone.
Scone.
Right. Well, then here's one for you, Kev. Right? Is it a hook or is it a hook?
Hook.
A hook.
Yeah.
But it's called a buck, isn't it? Or is it a book?
It's a hold on, a hook or a hook? A hook.
And say book.
Book.
I
I
don't
wouldn't call
know.
it a book.
But it's called
Who
a
calls
hook.
it a book?
But it's called a hook.
Is,
I
what?
bought a
It's called a
book.
what?
Yeah, I bought a book. I don't know, Kev.
why would
we
you
went-
call it a book? That's a fucking a $1 bill in England, in America. Even I was going to say England.
I don't know. You know what? I was thinking, right, that this would obviously be coming up today because we talked about it, obviously. Here's one that came into my head today, Kev, right? Now, if you have a pen near you, or if you just know how to spell, right? The name Jamie, which is my son's name, right?
Jamie.
Okay. Yeah. Like, break it down like you're doing with a cone and a scone, right? JM is jam, and then
Jam.
IE. Jammy.
Jammy. Yeah, so a jammy goal.
But why is it called J and then me? There's an I there. I don't get it.
But you named your child this.
Yeah, but I wanted to call him Michael Jordan.
And why didn't you?
Because she
Your
wouldn't
wife
let me.
put her foot. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
You
Michael
listen
Jordan
to your wife
Pickering.
too much. Again, that's twice now in a row.
Michael Jordan Pickering. No pressure on him whatsoever. So there
Michael
wasn't.
Jordan Pickering.
It has a nice ring to it. MJP. You know what I mean? Michael Jordan Pickering. MJP. The initials, Kev.
Yes, I know. I understand what you
All
mean.
right, you seem shockingly confused by that. Those of you didn't, okay. I can't. What are you looking up? It's pissing me off. You're looking up something about scones.
And yeah, I'm trying to find other ones like scones and scones, and there's something about I don't know.
You should have kept. We grew up not saying our H's, right? So remember, if there's 3 trees, you know what I mean. Like,
as we'll be talking about it at some stage on the episode, Pickle. I lived in England for a little while, and my vocabulary and my pronunciations were a topic of laughter on many occasions
from the Brits
in
the
pubs
Welsh.
I was working. Oh, well, there was Brits, English, there was Welsh, there was anybody that wasn't really Irish. Kevin, this is what I used to get. Say 3. I'd say 3.
Yeah, 3.
Kevin, say 33. 33. Kevin, say 33 turkey burgers. And then it was just all hell would break loose when I'd say 33 turkey burgers because I can't say 33 turkey burgers the way normal people would say 33 turkey burgers.
I'm the same with purple. Apparently I say purple funny.
No.
Purple.
Purple.
Yeah, well, I know I can't say the word pole, but like purple. Purple.
No, you change it now.
Purple.
No, you changed it. You're purple.
Purple.
First of all, you're purple, then you're purple.
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 Well, it's also, there's a place in Newry called the Dolce Vita, right? And apparently I'm the only person in the world that pronounces it like that because I emphasize the Vita bit. I'm like, the Dolce Vita. And they're like, that's not it. It's the Dolce Vita.
Why would you say that? You're a ham, like.
I'm not a ham. You haven't called me a ham in like a week.
No.
So you haven't. Hey. Right. Enough of the vocabulary for the insane, right? Okay.
There's more. So, guys, if you have any more, like scone, cone, bone,
hook,
sliders,
hook.
and books, and
a book.
And a book, a book, a book. Yeah, it's a book, a book and a hook.
You're not right in the head, Kev. Right. I know the topic we're leaving the last, right? That's going to involve some sunshine.
Oh, so you decided this?
Yeah, okay. That's involves some sunshine. Okay. But I wanted to ask you, Kev, a little bit of football because I was listening to Tommy Hector and Loretta. Okay, so this is different with us. We openly talk about other podcasts that are class because it's fucking Tommy Hector and Loretta, for God's sake, like, you know what I mean? But they're on about Tommy was on about something around about Italia 90 where he was in some pub and he was getting like 4 pints for a fiver. They were like 120 each, and I was just thinking back to that was Italia 90, and then he was on with USA 94. And it's like I want to ask Kev. What do you? Well, obviously, we weren't drinking pints back then. Do you remember anything from, say, let's start off with Italia 90? Like, do you remember it?
I remember. I have 1 or 2 vague memories of. I don't remember the Romanian game. Don't remember that whatsoever.
No, I think the penalty gets drilled into you now, though, as if you should
but
remember the penalty.
I don't remember it. I actually don't remember that game. The biggest memory I have is the Dutch game. Okay, and I was around in my cousin's house when they used to live in Bay State. We were in their house watching the game. Ireland got a 1-1 draw, and that made us qualify.
Yeah,
to the last 16.
Got his toe on it.
Yeah, to the last 16. And literally, I remember going round the town. I think in a Renault 19, right, out in the back window. Okay, hanging out. Going up past the courthouse, going Balubas. And it was like, if you try to put a child out a window.
Yeah, you were 6.
At 6 years of age, right? How in God's name would that be allowed now? It wouldn't be allowed.
Yeah, no.
Like, you have to have a car. Like, there was no seatbelts, right? There was no car seats, okay? And the windows went down the full way. Okay, so now you have car seats, you have a seatbelt, and the windows don't go down the full way. So you'd fucking rip the arch off the window.
You really would, But that's man, we were 6, and you remember that was 31 years ago, Kev.
Yeah.
Right? Like, this is mental. You remember that? You know the only thing I remember from Italia 90. the Egypt game. That was 0-0.
Was that the first game?
No, it was the second game.
That was second game.
Yeah, first game was against
England.
Kevin Sheedy. I remember that goal, though. I remember Kevin Sheedy scored a goal. But I always remember Steve Staunton hit a shot with his left peg and it went wide. Went past the post and went wide. And I remember that. I think I went outside and I started practicing with my left foot how to do the exact same shot. Like, you know what I mean? It was weird. Like, but that's all I can remember about 1990. I don't remember much. You know what I mean?
USA was different ball game.
Well, we were 10. You know what I mean? Like, were you there? Because I remember for the first game against Italy, we were all going up to Bod's house and we were going to watch it in the garage because obviously they had loads of tellies. We were going to watch it in the garage. But I remember being in town that afternoon with my uncle, and the face paint was on, and we were in the Toy Master, and they had a competition on for whoever
on
was
Combrassa Street.
Yes.
What a shop.
The fastest person.
Hold on a second.
Right. Go on.
What a shop.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't do that anymore.
Unbelievable store.
Yeah.
Right. God, like Smith's, I'm sorry, I love Smith's, but Toy Master on Combrassa Street was a dog's bollocks. Like, you had all the toys in the front of it, right? All the main toys. And then what did you have out the back? You had your tractors, you had your bikes, all your ride-on stuff. It was like a full, unbelievable at the back.
It was like a fucking late toy show was going on. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
unbelievable toy store.
Yeah, but they had a competition on, right? And I don't know what the prize was. You know what I mean? Right? It was probably nothing, like, because it was kids. But it was whoever could clear the first level of Super Mario as quick as possible, right? So I had a SNES at home, so I knew when you got past there was you'd run, you'd jump, you get past a couple of them hedgehoggy guys, right? And then there was 3 green pipes. You went down the third pipe, you ran across, and then you came out just before the finish line. You ran up the squares and you jumped over the pole. So I knew all this, right? Turns out somebody else knew this too, and somehow managed to do it about a second. I think mine was like something like say in the 20 seconds, and this guy did it in like the early 20 seconds or something like that. And I was like, you can't. But I always remember that though, because we wanted to set up in the garage, but it was freezing. It's Ireland. I know it shouldn't have been because it was like summertime, but it was freezing.
It's June. It's had to be June.
It was June. Yeah, it was like the 10th of June or something that normally starts. Like, so we ended up coming into the sitting room then because like the Ola boys were watching it in the big sitting room. We were in like the kitchen watching it and that, going mad. I think Niall was there, Bod was there. Alan, I don't even. Alan, I imagine probably.
I wasn't there. I watched it at home with me, mum and dad.
Nice. Nothing wrong with that, Kev. That was a big game. So it was okay. But I always remember that. And then Staunton and getting sunburned, Aldridge going mad on the sideline.
It's white cap. His white cap pickle will always go down. Will go down in history of everything. Like, there was no logo. There was no nothing.
Like the netting, wasn't it? Like the netting at the back.
No, I've got a few. I like my hats now. That's called a trucker cap. Okay, it's called a trucker cap. I'm actually after only taking it off a minute ago.
What, Elwyn?
Yeah. No, don't wear Elwyn. I'm not going to wear Elwyn into town. I mean, like, fucking. Sorry. Whoa! I almost went down. I almost went to a place where I would have not been able to come back from.
We do have hats, guys. Just so you know.
I just saved the podcast, Pickle. Just so you know, I just saved our podcast.
Yeah. Okay.
By not doing what I went to do.
Right. Oh my god. And I wasn't restarting 30 minutes stuff, so it wasn't okay. But yeah, what do you remember from '94? Like in total, like was there anything that kind of stood out for you in '94?
The goal, Ray Hetton's goal.
Yeah.
Staunton's cap. Aldridge Gumbelubis on the sideline.
Paul McGrath against Italy.
Knowing Jack Charlton was more or less finished. I think even as a child, he kind of went, it's the same stuff over and over again. And you knew it was going to come to an end at some stage. And I don't think maybe we didn't realize, maybe it was kind of not drilled into us, but you kind of realize this could be it, like, you know. But it was just the times, like, it was great being at that age, Pickle, and enjoying games for being games. You didn't know what it was. Like, I remember 2002. Bananas for fucking most of it, like it's 7 o'clock in the morning, you know what I mean? Like
Cameroon game, hey, Jesus Christ!
I remember, I can't remember which game it was.
Well, Cameroon was a 7 o'clock game because that was the first game. I remember getting breakfast. At
I remember. I was in Mo's at the time, and at the back, I used bananas at the game, like. And then I remember watching the Germany game at home with mother and father because again, I can't do this again. It was a fucking Valupas. I think it was a 9 o'clock kickoff that game. But it was great.
The Germany one where Keane scored in the last minute. That was on in the middle of the day. And the only reason I know that, Kev, is because myself, Ray McCutcheon, and many others were in training for Vodafone, right? And we watched it on this tiny TV in the canteen when it happened. Like,
so was it 11 o'clock in the morning, maybe?
Oh, it might have been. Sure, like, it must be something like that. It was around lunchtime when it was probably finishing or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, but there's a good one then. Is there any game that you remember more than any game in your life? Say whether you were watching it with your dad or whether something like that. Is there any match in particular? And it's probably not going to be Forest because they never had any big fucking games. Kid.
Well, no, not Forest. But the 1999 Champions League final.
Jackpot. Yeah, always.
It
never
was.
Forget it.
My dad's a United fan, and so you kind of So you kind of
not know that.
In association, you're kind of United fan because your dad's a United fan. You know what I mean? You see him watching it, and you go, Jesus. And 1-0 down. Really, there should have been Bayern Munich should have been out of sight. Really, let's be honest about it. There was stuff going on in that game. Schmeichel some killer saves, and then United 1-1, bang, 1-1, and we felt going extra time. You can stay up for it. You can stay up for it, son. Don't worry, you can stay up for it. And you know what I mean? Like I know, like I think I was in secondary school. Like you know what I mean? Like
it would have been 15. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
you can stay up for it. Well, it was 10:15. It's school the next morning. It was a Wednesday night, like, and you know what I mean. So we stay up for it, and then bang, go 2-1. And I decided, I don't know why, but I left my house, right, and I ran up the road towards Waterstone Cross.
Towards Emily's house. Emily's house.
Because I knew there was a lot of Liverpool fans on the road. Right?
Yeah.
You had
Slivman, Hazel and the boys. Yeah.
Loads of them. So I ran up, fucking just so you know what I mean? And just unbelievable at the game. And I come back then, I was like, fucking bollocks. But I wasn't just running, I was running screaming. So come back then, and my dad was chuffed to bits. You know what I mean? Absolutely unbelievable to see it. So
I always remember that one as well.
Tremendous.
The only one thing about USA '94 that I always wished I could have gone to, the Phoenix Park when they come home. Remember, like that just looked like fucking like great. If I had been like 10 years older or something, you know what I mean? Like if you were in a drinking age, that would have been unreal to go.
Even if you had to be 16, 17, that kind of.
That's what I mean, drinking age.
Messy drunken age. You know what I mean? But you wouldn't remember it then, people.
No, you definitely wouldn't, Kev. You definitely wouldn't.
You'd be drinking naggins of vodka in Phoenix Park, you know?
Okay, we drank them everywhere else, Kev. So we did. Can't always be in a forest then by fucking Janice's house. Right, so before we do our last topic of the week, Kev, I'm going to ask you your opinion question.
Oh, dear God.
No, nothing wrong today because
this isn't about ironing or anything like that, Pickle. You know what I mean?
No, of course not. This is actually about something that's happening at the minute, and I just want to get your opinion about it because I don't even mean you've ever had a conversation about this. What's your opinion on the Ryder Cup?
Europeans take it way more serious than the Americans, first of all. The Americans, it's good for TV, it's good for whatever. Europeans take it way more seriously. I like watching a bit of golf. I think we watched it one time when we were
in Dublin,
in the darts, in the City West.
Back off Barker.
It was it's grand. Like it's a bit patriotic.
Don't forget, it starts tomorrow at 1:00.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I just burped.
You know what I mean, like stuff like that. But like, I've seen the European team. Why would you pick certain players like Ian Poulter just because you call him the postman? He delivers.
It's not that. But he's a Ryder Cup fucking.
I know, but he's old. You want to win the fucking thing.
So is Lee Westwood. So Sergio Garcia.
Exactly. You want to win the fucking thing.
Yeah,
but people pick. No. Okay. You're fucking Aston Villa. Pick Danny. I was going to say Danny Cadamartes. Pick your man that died the other day. Died a couple of months ago. Getting fucking tasered. You know what I mean? Pick.
Oh fuck yeah! I know what you mean.
Steve Staunton. Pick Ray Houghton. Why don't you pick them? They're experienced.
Daly and play the game. That was his name, Kev. He was unbelievable.
Can they play the game? No, they can't. Can they fuck?
Yeah.
Sergio Garcia passed it. Ian Poulter passed.
I got to be honest, Kev. I think I fancy Sergio to get a point tomorrow night. I think he might get a. I think he might do well in the first game.
Well, I'd be
first
going
day.
American all day long.
Yeah, I'd say home turf though as well, Kev. You know what I mean?
I'd say America by 5.
Yeah, we never. What do you have to get to 13.5, isn't it?
14.
14.
But, Europe need 14 to retain it.
Yeah, and then 14
To
and a half
retain,
to
it's
win.
14 and a half to win.
So you're saying like 14 and a half to 9.
No, I'm not saying 14 and a half to 9.
What are you going to say? They're going to win by 5.
Yeah, they win by 5. So
14 and a half to 9 and a half.
18, whatever, 18 something.
13?
14 and a half, but you still carry on. So all the games wouldn't be finished. You know what I mean?
I get you. Right. Sorry. I love the Ryder Cup and I had no idea what the fuck you're talking about there. Right. That was it. Nice, simple thing because it's happening starting tomorrow, 1 o'clock.
What's your opinion on ironing, by the way, Pickle?
I used to iron tea towels when I was young.
Yeah. I wouldn't leave the house without be short iron like if it's
Kev, you wouldn't leave a hotel without fucking having a short iron.
I wouldn't. I don't understand why a hotel don't have an iron in the room. I will bring my so if we're going away, Pickle, many times we've went away, I'll bring certain things with me, and my wife would fold them to make she would iron them, and fold them a certain way. So I just have to take them out of the bag and hang them up. Sometimes it'll still be a crease in them, so I'd give it a quick go with the iron again just to make sure. So I'm ready to go when I'm going out. I don't like looking
like
scruffy.
Me. Yeah, you don't need looking like me. The guy beside you who's fucking handing his phone to a homeless guy, like, and all that kind of stuff. Like, drinking double Morgans for £1 each. Like, right, Kev, we're going to talk about a little bit of holidaying, Kev. Something that me and you never did
together. No, we never went on holidays together.
Our holidays are as far as Nottingham, and that's about as far as Paris, depending where they are on the maps. Kev, you've had better lads' holidays than me, I'm sure, especially with the story from last week. And how was it? We were talking about the drugs.
Well, that wasn't a holiday. That was just a weekend away.
Tuesday. That was just a Tuesday.
That was a Friday weekend away. You know what I mean? That was just a weekend away. And a few of them. But
so where did you go?
A proper lads' holiday. We headed off. Well, the boys headed off to Crete. Okay, so the boys headed off to Crete. I was meant to go. I got diagnosed with vertigo. So I was told I couldn't fly.
Yeah.
Now thinking back, it probably wasn't vertigo. It would probably be something else that was going on.
Hindsight is a great thing, Kevin.
Oh, fucking unbelievable! So I was diagnosed with vertigo at the time, and then don't fly. And then the boys flew out on whatever day it was, a Friday, and I was like, I can't believe I'm not going. You know something? I'm going. So I booked the flight. For the next morning, I flew out the Saturday morning. I was on the phone to the lads. One of the lads nearly couldn't get on the plane because he got so drunk. You couldn't fly out. But I arrived in the next day thinking I was going to stay in the room with them. And then I realized when I arrived, the room was ridiculously small.
I know.
And I was like, God, how am I going to sleep in this? I sleep on the floor. Wasn't going to happen. And then I got caught. So the owner of the hotel, Antoine Papadakis, we call them, so the Papadakis apartments, rattled me. But I said I was delivering a bag, and he stung me, and he was like, "I'll give you a room." And he goes, "Okay, I'll buy a room off you." So I bought a room on my own. This is a great idea. So I got a room for myself, and that was fine until the next morning. And I woke up, and I had a swimming pool in my room.
Oh no!
So this guy, who's the owner of the hotel, liked growing olives. Okay. So he decided to water his olives at 5 o'clock in the morning, at 6 o'clock in the morning, and the water that fell down off the olives ran into my room and flooded my room. So I promptly told Mr. Antoine Papadakis, "Hey, Dad, turn off your fucking hose. I'm literally, my room is becoming a swimming pool." And he's like, "Oh Jesus!" And so I think he must have he blocked something, whatever, and it's meant to be drained away. Didn't drain away, drained into my room. Lucky, thank God that I had my bag up on a chair. But yeah, I'll tell you a wee story. Right, of me holiday.
Story time with Kev.
There is so many stories that happen on this holiday. It was lethal. Okay, it was unbelievable. It was memorable, it was pretty much, if you want to describe a lad's holiday, okay, this is what a lad's holiday was. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll give you one story, okay, because we're nearly out of time.
I know. We need to do something about this, Kev.
Yeah,
I think
so-
we need to record
So
an hour.
guys, just so you know, next week will be part 2 of Lads Holidays. So I want to give a story. So I was getting ready to go out for a night out, as I do, in the shower, washing myself, making sure taking off all the sun cream from the day before. In the Crete, it's fucking hot. Like, you could boil an egg on the fucking ground, like, but absolutely horrendous, right? This place was horrendous. No, I'll actually tell you. Which story will I tell you? Which story will I tell you?
I'll tell you what, right?
One, no.
Wait.
A story
Time
that
out.
just involves me, or a
Yeah.
story that involves more than one?
Time out, right? You're right what we're saying, right? We're going to cut this into 2 parts, right? Because I have a story with a holiday, right? But I want to ask you, first of all, if I'm allowed to talk about it, right? So we're going to do your story this week, right? And then maybe my story, one of my stories next week, right? But Kev, tell us this story. Tell us fucking 2 stories if you want. Tell us the one about you.
No. I'll let you pick one. So one just about me.
Yeah.
Or one.
I want about you. I want one about you.
Okay. Well, nobody more or less knows that there's a story than the one about me. Okay. So we were there for a week and a half, maybe a week and a half it was, and about 6 days in, I was lying on the sun lounger. So let's be honest, it's been 4 days of drinking, heavy drinking, 4 days of heavy eating, and I was, after having a bit of a swim, after having another couple of drinks, and I was lying by the pool on my sun lounger. This is bliss. Now this is quite, as I said, quite fucking roasting, right? You could fry an egg on the floor. You could fry an egg anywhere. On my chest, you could have fried an egg at that stage, right? And I got a bad, and that was, I got an awful bad sunburn when I was there. Because it was so hot, you used to sunbathe in the morning. Right? You used to sunbathe in the morning because by the afternoon it'd be too warm. So I put on my sun cream that morning, 7 o'clock, fell asleep because I only had to coming home, and one of the lads beside me, I goes, "Give me a sun cream there, top it up." So topped it up, rubbing myself all over. Jeez, that smells lovely. That's a lovely sun cream that fella has. And the other fella would be Morris. Okay, and Morris would be with kind of sallow skin compared to myself.
Yeah.
And I kind of woke up another hour and a half later, and I could feel it. I could feel I smelled like bacon.
Oh my God.
I smelled like bacon. I was like, that's lovely. Then I realized it was me. I was cooking, right? Literally, I was perhaps putting on factor 4 oil on my body.
Oh my God.
Right. So I was cooking myself. So back to the main story, right? So after almost cooking myself to death, by nearly like a spit roast, all I had to do was turn over a few times and it would have been a spit roast. But yeah, I was lying there and I was like, need fart. So I farted pickle.
Right.
But I didn't fart pickle.
Oh no.
Okay, so I was like
train spotting.
I was like, oh my God, I just shit myself. I shit myself, right? That's literally all I know. You know that moment of going, but maybe you don't know the moment of going, holy fucking Christ almighty, I shit myself. How do I get myself out of this one? Right? So I did what any normal person would have done. I stood up, started shouting, grabbed the sun lounger, and jumped into the pool. Okay, as if I got stung by, and it's like, something stung me.
Yeah.
So literally, I was in the pool with a sun lounger, and me rubbing my arse to try to clean my arse at the same time, and rubbing the sun lounger, right? And Antoine Papadakis came popping about. What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? I go, something stung me. So he took me out of the pool. I was naked at this stage, right? Because I felt something was stung me. And he was like, what the fuck's going on? I go, something stung me. He's like, where did this thing? I goes, I don't know. It stung me somewhere. Now, I am spotlessly clean at this stage, right? I am grand, right? Not a thing wrong with me. I was like, oh, right, must be okay. Like, give me some vinegar. So I just put the vinegar on my leg, like the upper leg.
Yeah.
It's grand. It's grand. But yeah, I shit myself on holidays, and I got away with it. But I didn't go into the pool for I didn't go into the pool for about 24 hours. Just so
Did
you
you
know.
tell the lads though?
No, this is the first time people know about it.
I love it. This is how you break the news. Oh man, Kev, that is brilliant. Hey.
No, I don't think any of the lads went into the pool that day afterwards anyway, because we kind of we're going back to the room to get ready. So I feel sorry for anybody like pink eye or anything like that. From that one, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, great holiday, fucking brilliant holiday.
Nice, Kev. That's
Apart from the Mario and Luigi, they were weird. There were people that were in like the next room to us.
Yeah,
they were weird lads, but they were a weird group.
And were they actually called Mario or Regional?
No, Mario and Luigi. One was a skinny kind of black-haired fellow with a kind of
mustache.
City, really kind of bum fluffy mustache.
So like me, like. Okay.
And yeah, but it was worse than that.
Oh.
And then the other fellow was like really, really small, fat and tubby, like a little ball, like Mario. So we called him Mario and Luigi. Yeah, but next week I'll have way more stories. Now I won't be mentioning names, like almost getting sick because someone's shitting the fucking shower when I was having a shower, stuff like that. Like we're way more fucking fantastic stories from this holiday. A lot of shitting and a lot of drinking.
Wow, deadly. Well, mine's going to be. We went to Tenerife, and we stayed in the Carib apartments. Now it was a lads, but also like two of the lads. Was it two of the lads? I think or one? No, yeah, two of the lads had their girlfriend with them, like a long-term girlfriend with them. So it was like two couples, and then I think it was like say three lads and then three other girls. You know what I mean? Like so the numbers were all kind of matching up and that, like you know what I mean. But yeah, we stayed in the Carib apartments, and I can't swim. And what annoyed me was I always
still can't swim, can't you?
Nope, well, you don't learn at my age, so I always wanted to jump into the pool on a lad's holiday. You know what I mean? Like go run and go, hey, and jump in, right? But I was like, sure, I can't fucking swim, so I can never do that. Well, I did do it. It turns out it doesn't matter if you can swim or not. Once you have enough drinking, you can kind of do everything. So I went to catch a ball that we were throwing, and I caught it in a dive, and I didn't really look where I was diving, and I dived then into the water. Yeah, it went well. So it did, but no, yeah, the story I'm going to have next week is, well, I'm not going to tell you anything about it because I want to ask you if it's okay to tell the story first of all.
Ask me.
It might involve hooker.
A midget hooker, no?
Or it might not involve. No, is that a hooker or a hooker?
It'll be hooker.
A hooker, right. So
why can't you just tell the story?
Because we don't have time. Because we're running out of time, Kev, on this week's episode.
No, we're not. We didn't start till 15:15.
No, we started 10 past. So we did like remember we started 10 past on Thursday night. So we did. This is a long episode. So it is like but no, look, couple of things, right? Don't worry, Kev, we said Matt Gay's holidays, long ass story. Okay. Of course it's a long ass story, hey. You know what I do remember about mine, right? When we flew over there, we were drinking a thing called Meow on the plane. It was a can about this size of beer, right? But it was called Meow. How I remember that, I have fucking no idea, right? And Ray was in this holiday with me as well. So he was, right? So was one of the lads called Pops, and another fella called David Hoy, who I haven't seen in probably 15 years. So I hope to God he is alive and well. But no, we're going to keep them stories for next week, right? What I did want to mention, Kev, was the other night at our semi-final, sure, guess who was up watching? And by watching, I mean
one of our biggest fans,
our friends, not fan, one of our friends, Kev. It was, of course, and he wasn't watching. He was doing his job. It was Mr. Peter Cherry. He was up doing the goalkeeping academy down in Clancy Park, as he does. I know he was down in Maheb the Moor as well and different things like that. But yeah, he was doing a session, Kev. Unbelievable stuff. I was watching it, I was like, some of the saves, Kev, that the kids were pulling off. I mean, I'm not being funny, right? Now, look at me when I say this to you, right? Some of these kids would get a game ahead of a BB, right? Honestly, I'm just saying, like, they were catching balls out of the air. Like, it was unbelievable. So I was like, but no, and I was like, said to him, I was, Peter, you are like a lucky charm for us because you've been in Clancy Park, everything we've played in Clancy Saturday. But no, Kev, we've about 5 minutes. But the other thing then, Kev, okay? Clickety click,
12:66.
All that stuff, right? Okay. We're gonna get on to that in a couple of weeks, right?
Knock on the door. Key to the door.
24.
21.
Oh, I just want to rhyme it off, so I do, like, you know what I mean? Like, and Kev,
These
Why?
people take it deadly serious. People that go to bingo, there's no messing with these people, bingo
So
heads.
let's tell everybody what the plan is, right? We're going to ask, or we have asked, if we can do a one-night stint of calling out the bingo numbers at Let's Bingo, okay? The joys of knowing the guy who runs the place, right? Now, we would obviously be doing it in our own unique way. I have no idea if 6 and 9 is 69, or if you can call it out the way I want to call it out, which is your favorite position, 69. You know what I mean? Like, can you do that with grannies? No.
Yeah. But
Can you?
they invented it.
Holy Jesus Christ.
Like, we didn't invent the 69. Like, these old ones got involved in the 69 before we got involved in 69s.
That's a fail.
Like, let's be honest, I said it before. Every person you've shook your hand, every person you've shook hands with have had a dick in the hand at some stage in their life, you know what I mean? Like, no matter what, no matter who you shook your hand with, they had a dick in the hand. Let's be honest about it, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh my God. I just love
like, let's be honest, like, you could be talking to the priest. All right, shake his hand. There you go. He had a dick in his hand.
not just his.
Hey, boom, boom.
But I'm bumps. Oh man, it always has to end with a priest joke. So it does.
It doesn't
Jesus.
always end in the priest joke. Give me hair. It needs to do another haircut again.
Yeah, I must get Avi to cut mine again. It's getting grey.
No, do me a favor.
What?
Go into our friends there and Renegade 13.
You know what? I was thinking about it, right? I was going to let it grow out, and I was going
get
to
a bit of a haircut.
Yeah, I was going to go into Anto and the boys, right? And I was going to see about getting the sides like short, right?
Yeah.
But then doing something at the top. But I don't know what you can do because it's all bald. You know what I mean?
I know,
Like,
but you can try something. Try something. You've had that haircut since you were 14.
no, I've had this haircut since lockdown, right?
No,
Which
it was always the same. It was a 2 all over, then a 1 all over, then a 0 all over.
Spike it at the front. Remember that stupid fucking flicky fringe thing I had with that cunt?
I still remember the step. Do you remember the step?
Oh, no, Kev. Let's call it what it was called. I used to get a bowl put around my head and then scissors. I
remember it was well shaved underneath. The best person who had it shaved underneath was Mickey McArdle. He had the best undercut.
Yeah. It went all the way up, like it
went
seemed to
the
go
whole way
like,
up, and then
all,
it was
and flopped.
these curtains come down then.
I love how we're just talking now random about people that nobody knows. This is like a conversation we should have on the phone, like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So, right, let's bring people back into this, Kev, right? I said to you a while back that I wanted us to do an event, right?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
We kind of come up with this one day. It was during lockdown, wasn't it? We kind of come up with this idea.
And we thought of a date. We randomly thought of a date. You said like end of October, November, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it turns out on the 22nd of October, as everybody knows, the government have now decided that, like that, just like magic, COVID is gone. They're going to open the pubs at 6 a.m. It's going to be great, right? We want to go back talking about the Hugathon.
Yeah.
Bring back hugging.
The Hugathon.
Okay?
Yeah, we want to hug each other.
I want to hug strangers.
I want to hug you.
Weird. We do hug, Kev. I hugged every single one of my players the other night. Right? I hugged all my players the other night, like so aggressively. Like if there had been a policeman, they would have thought I was doing something to them, right? And guess what? I'm only feeling a little bit sick after it. You know what I mean? I'm all right, like, you know what I mean? Like, hey, I'm fine, like, you know what I mean? And I'll need more hugs next Saturday when hopefully we fucking win the cup. But no, we're going to get it out there, right? Kev, what was the plan? The square, wasn't it?
Square, and we're going to hug each other.
Kev must be reading something really fucking intelligent there, because his eyes haven't been on the fucking prize here at all. Like, you know what I mean?
I don't need to look at you.
Of course you do. Otherwise, you'll go back to doing fucking audios and be editing every 2 fucking minutes. Like, you know what I mean? But right, the plan was we meet up at the square, and you just go and you hug somebody.
It was a hugathon.
Yeah.
So you start hugging everybody.
People just walk up. Now, not certain people do. Some people are not hugging. Like, that's nothing to do with COVID.
A lot of people in the square that you wouldn't hug. No,
you know, no offense, but like, I'm not fucking hugging you. You can hug like the tree or something, or a bin.
Have you ever hugged a tree?
Yes, I have.
Nice.
Yeah. I also tried to have sex again a tree once when I was younger. No, that wasn't a tree. That was like a branch.
A brush. A bush.
No, it was a stone.
A brush.
No, it was a big stone. It was in the forest. Remember that story about Johan thought she was pregnant going to the Oasis? Yeah. That was up against a stone or a tree or a bush or fuck, I don't know. It's getting late, Kev.
It's not that late.
Is it not? The fucking school night, Kev. Come on, we work tomorrow. No, we have like, hey. Right, look it. I don't know. We're at a loss here, Kev. Okay. I had another idea that I wanted us to do. Right now, we don't even have to do this.
Wait, no, let's go back. The Huggathon. So everybody's going to come together at the square, and
Wait,
no, we're not going to come together. We're going to arrive together, and we're going to be hugging each other, giving each other a good old squeeze, and just making sure that feeling of hugging each other. Now, we will have to organise it, and probably we will have to make sure everybody has a COVID test or whatever, a vaccination of some sort, just so we can hug each other and just enjoy getting hugged by who gives a fuck who.
Yeah,
just
anybody.
A hug.
Exactly.
Everybody likes getting a hug.
As Kev called me last week, I'm like a duvet, right? I can hug like fucking.
When did I call you a duvet?
You said you're on a bit. Louise said you're like you wouldn't get warm underneath him, Ronaldo or something like that, and then you said I'm like a duvet or something, right? But that reminded me, Kev. We put the poll up about Ronaldo. We found out a couple of episodes ago that Kev has the hots for Ronaldo. So simple question: would you do Cristiano Ronaldo? 54% yes, 46% no. Big shout out to the 3 lads who voted yes, and one of them sent a message going hashtag not gay. I'm not going to say the way you wrote it, but you know what I mean. Hashtag not gay. Kev, I'm sure
you say again. Not
gay. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Right? He didn't say not gay. I can't remember what he said.
Read the messages, right?
Okay.
But Kev, and then we did also get talking to one of the girls who had said that she'd happily give you a hand while you were sucking Ronaldo off, and I think that turned into...
when I was doing Ronaldo, but I think she got confused in what you meant to give me a hand. But
it turned into like a threesome with Ronaldo, I think, but it was weird. I don't really get it. But yeah, that was a fun poll because like Ronaldo used to be an ugly little teenager when he was with United, and then he just became, as Kev said, just sculptured body, like, you know what I mean? Like a
specimen.
Specimen of a man. Hey. But yeah, Kev, we're at the end of the show. Okay.
Yeah.
We are. Cabbage, big shout out to you again. Thanks so much for sharing the show, mate, because that's the whole point. We asked people to do it, and I heard you fucking do it. Definitely see about our good friend Peter, as you said at the start of the show, Kev. Maybe see if he wants to come on for a wee chat. You know what I mean? Talk about the Jack and Jill thing.
Yeah.
Okay. I love the name of that though. Jack and Jill.
Up the hill for Jack and Jill.
That's class. And is this a specific walk, as in there's some huge hill that people are going to walk up?
We'll have to get him on board. We'll have to get him on the show to see what it's about. Yeah.
I'll walk up a hill. I have no bother walking up a hill. I walk up a hill every day. That's why I take a tablet. So it is like, hey, so wouldn't worry about it. Like, you take yours too late though, Kev. You're not walking up hills tonight, so you're not. Hey,
I like getting a good night's sleep.
Yeah, you do. Here, you know what's fucked up? We haven't given out our contact details in a long time. I'm going to say that that's the reason why nobody's contacting us, right? You can get us on an email, thekevinpickleshow@gmail.com, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, The Kevin Pickle Show. And Kev, I almost forgot to tell you, we are no longer at 20 countries listening to our show.
Well, who's on us there? Afghanistan?
No. Guatemala.
Who the fuck is listening to in Guatemala?
Kev, who the fuck's listening to in half the countries?
How the fuck did someone from Guatemala end up clicking on the Kevin Pickle Show?
Spotify, it looks like 90% of our listeners are on Spotify. We're up to 4,500 plays now as well, so we are, Kev, which is class. But yeah, Guatemala. So as we always say, if you're in one of these countries that is like...
If you're in Guatemala, let us know, and we'll send you over a baseball cap.
Yeah, we'll send you a baseball cap, a face mask. Oh, no. Can you wear them in Guatemala? Is that wrong?
We can, and we'll send a picture. We get it. We'll send you a signed photo of the two of us.
Exactly, and then you take a picture of it because you already have a phone because you're listening to us on Spotify. Okay, you take a picture of it, send it back, and make us go worldwide.
Viral. We want to go viral, folks. So
I don't want viral. They're not bad things.
If you want us to go viral, right? If you want us to go viral, give us a suggestion. I will do anything to go viral.
Here's the weird thing. Viral sounds like a good thing, but yet a viral infection is not a good thing.
Oh no, I don't want those.
No, is that something to do with your Mickey? No,
it could be. Yeah,
Jesus.
Depends
Christ.
Depends the on the viral.
Depends on the viral. That's
depends on the viral yeah. Depends on what it is. It depends on what it is.
Right.
It could be a Mickey, it could be a tool, it could be your arse, it could be anything.
We're going to end it on that, right? Okay. Have a good week, guys. Okay. Thanks so much for listening in. All right. Look after yourselves. Look after each other. Okay. Thanks so much for listening in this week. Kev, say something romantic or poetic or just Say something,
You know,
Kev.
guys, as I said earlier on the show about me shitting myself, there'll be probably more shit stories next week. So tune in and guys, share the show.